Welcome back to our new session on nuances and modes of delivery. In this session, we will look at various modes of speech delivery, look at definition, principles, modes, and nuances of speech delivery. In each section, we'll look at something that will help us in our speech. So, what is speech delivery? The first question is, it is an act of speech by which we deliver an ethical message in an interesting way. अब हम सब लोग बोलते हैं, कैसे बोलते हैं, हम लोगों का अपना अपना अलग स्टाइल होता है. But when we are in a formal setting, we have to be at our best, and we have to send information that in the other class, in our last session, we understood how listening works. So listening, a listener will receive our message, will decode it and send us the feedback. But this process cannot go on for a very long time if our mode of speech or the message we are sending is not sent in an interesting way. It involves to learn ways to connect with uh, one's one's idea and one's confidence in doing so, right? So when we are trying to connect with someone as our audience, we have to have a confidence and some idea, some relatable idea and some ethical idea, so that we can connect with that person, we can cater to that audience, right? It is always different from talking and reading. Talking is of communication, right? So it is different from talking, and reading. We'll look at manuscript reading later on, but it is different from that reading as well. It is the professional representation of oneself that we have already talked about. It is very much professional, right? It establishes us in a professional way or in a professional setup. It is to provide animated message. Animated message relates to message which is there for a technical group in a technical way. So it is a kind of technical communication. It is not a general communication. What are the principles of speech delivery? Articulation, modulation, stage presence, facial expressions, gestures, and movements. We'll look at all these four principles one by one. First one is articulation. So it refers to speaker's skill in pronouncing the words of speech. We have had our session in our laboratory where we understood the phonetic representation of sounds, English sounds, right? So we need to practice them in order to master it and make it neutral. Our neutral language will be understood by everyone on this earth. But if we have mother tongue influence, जहाँ पे हमारी जो मदर टंग है, मातृभाषा है, उसका अगर हेवी इन्फ्लुएंस होता है तो उसके लिए प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, जहाँ पे हमें एक फॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन करना हो वहाँ. On neutralizing it, it is also known as an act of vocal expression, right? So vocal expression is the expression, the sound expression, the phonetic expression that we phonemic expression that we make. It has got four aspects. Breathing, it is inhaling air to soothe nerves. While we are speaking, we have to be the master or the in charge of all our nervous system. Why? Because when we are making a point, we have to have a connection between what is coming out of our mouth, that is the articulation of sounds, and what is there in our brain. So there has to be some neuro articulatory system working, and for that we need breathing. So whenever we get stressed, we breathe. Second one is phonation. It is the process of sound production. It is the process of articulation. Resonation, it is amplification of sounds, how much our sound is can be louder uh, or softer, depends on the space that we are speaking in, or the tools that we are using. So if we are using a closed hall to speak in, and we are speaking on mic, so we have to speak softly so that it is not unpleasant to ears. But if we do the same technique using uh, soft speaking on mic, uh, in open space, that will not reach the audience. So we have to uh, understand these situations. So that is the space that we have to understand. And then articulation, the process of projecting sounds. So we need to understand how sounds are projected, right, and how it is connected to our nervous system. So again, we come back to breathing. Articulation is the process in which our brain signals our articulatory system to produce certain sound in clusters. So that is articulation. Second one is second one is um, modulation, right? It is the ability to adjust to or manipulate the voice pattern or the pitch, right? So how much we are going up or how much we are going down. So we need to understand. We must not speak in one tone always, right? We have to vary our pitch so that our spoken so that our speech is interesting. Next one is the process of setting the tempo or tonal patterning. So if tonal patterning refers to intonation in our speech, the tonal patterning uh, is dependent on the emotions that we have. Like, we have to question, we have to give a statement, we have to go for a request, or we mock, right? So if we are looking at a word great, right, and if there is a statement that I do not go out in the this time, in these times of coronavirus lockdown situation, so I'll say great, you're doing a great job. So that great is giving a statement, or it is an appreciation. But then if uh, if uh, mm, if somebody says that well, I always find a system to go out in these lockdown period, right? So I can always say great. So it is like a question or a mock. So great, and you always find a solution. Great, but you should not do it, right? So that is the patterning that we have to go up, and we have to go in tonal patterning, right? Then adjusting the rate of speech. Normally, what we do, that our brain processes fast, right? However, in a formal setting, our rate of speech has to be in average situation. Why? Because if we are speaking too fast, or our rate of speech is too high, right? So it will not give the audience to process our information. However, if we are too slow, so it will again give audience enough time to get additional information processed in their head, right? So our rate of speech must be on an average 110 to 130 per word, no, words per minute, right? Then punctuation is the pauses in the speech, right? We must know where to stop, where to go forward, where to do what, right? So, and if we are not stopping anywhere, it means that we have not paused, we do not use punctuation, right? So we need to understand it. We cannot go on speaking for long in one go, in one breath, right? Then avoiding fillers. So just like you must have noticed that every now and then I use the word right, right? So just like that, when we use the word oh, mm, like like what we say, what I mean. So these are fillers. We have to avoid these fillers so that our rate of speech is average, right? So by avoiding fillers, we can control our rate of speech. Then stage presence, and it is an act of engaging the audience during speech, right? And it requires confidence. So how do we have confidence? How do we get confident, right? There are many fold solutions to it, but let's see the most appropriate and the most workable designs of getting confidence. We dress appropriately. First and foremost, we have to dress appropriately as per the situation, right? So if we are going to a party and we are going to a party with the say all the formal black uh, blazer and black suit and three-piece suit and black tie and white shirt, that is not a party thing, right? We have to dress appropriately. We have to dress in such a way that we look fit in that situation, right? Know the occasion and position yourself suitably, right? So if we have gone to a party, right, and we are standing, and if I'm standing in the right in the corner, right, so people will always take me for granted and they will term me as introvert and low on confidence. But what if I come right in the middle? They will take me seriously, and they will take me in such a way that I fulfill that confidence. Control in body language. We must have control in body language. Body language will be one of the sessions um, for our next class, right, where I'll explain it in detail, right? Control in tone of speech. We have already discussed about the tonal patterning. Use humor. We must use humor every now and then, but too much of humor will make us non-serious, right? So we must use humor appropriately. We must not use humor. बहुत ज्यादा हंसी मजाक ना वो हमको नॉन सीरियस कैंडिडेट बनाता है. सो हंसी मजाक बहुत जरूरी है, लेकिन एक कंट्रोल्ड वे में. Choreograph your speech by moving accordingly. When we speak, there has to have some action in our body, like our hand and mouth coordination. We have to move, right? So we have to look at the ways in which our movement suffices or complements our body. Facial expressions, gesture, and movements. These are the part of body language that we will be discussing in our next sessions. But there are certain things that we need to understand here while we are discussing about delivery methods, right? So, facial expression. It is a meaningful, visible symbol of speech. We must have to show the emotion that we are speaking. We must maintain neutral and natural expression by removing the preoccupied mind. पहले से सोच के अगर बैठा हुआ है कि अरे ये ग्रुप तो ऐसा ही होगा, right? So our facial expression will become like that. So इनहिबिशन, जो हमारा प्री ऑक्युपाइड माइंड है, जो पहले से सोच के बैठते हैं, हमको वो नहीं करना है, हमको वो अवॉइड करना है. Do not plan or rehearse facial expression. We cannot plan or rehearse facial expression. So there is no need of that. Right? Movements supplement to a good speech. We have to move accordingly and according to the situation. We have to adjust to speaking situation. there has to have hand mouth coordination. hand mouth coordination का मतलब होता है जो हम बोलते हैं और हमारे हैंड उस तरह से मूव करते हैं, so that is hand mouth coordination. Then the last one is gesture, purposive movement of some parts of body, right? जैसे हम फिंगर यूज करते हैं टू पिक्चर एन टू पिक्चर एन ऑब्जेक्ट, टू स्टिमुलेट इमेजिनेशन. जो हम क्या what I want my audience to understand and what I want my understand to imagine. So that way we are magicians. हम जादूगर होते हैं. और जादूगर हम तब हो सकते हैं जब हमारा जेस्चर, जो हमारा मूवमेंट है, हाथ का मूवमेंट है, हमारी बॉडी का मूवमेंट है, राइट, सो ये प्रेसाइज होगा. तो हमें वो जादूगर बनना है जब हम बोल रहे हैं या जब हम स्पीच डिलीवर कर रहे हैं. सो दे हैव टू डांस टू आवर ट्यून्स. वी हैव टू एम्फसाइज और टू आस्क, राइट, किसी से कुछ पूछना है और वी हैव टू मेक अ पॉइंट, right? We use gestures, we use hand movements. Then modes of speech delivery, there are 4 modes of speech delivery: impromptu, extempore, manuscript, memorizing. The second one is extempore. It is not extempore, right? So impromptu speech presentation without advanced preparation. Extempore, carefully planned and rehearsed speech. Manuscript, word by word citation of a written message. Memorizing, rote recitation of written message, जो हम लोग याद कर लेते हैं, that is memorizing. Right. So let's see the advantages and how do we deliver it. The advantages of impromptu, it is spontaneous, it is a response. So here's one, right? We are in the audience and someone calls us out. I would like to invite such and such person to say a few words. So what do we have to do? We have to speak on the central theme, and we have to make 1 or 2, maximum of 1 and 2 points, right? And then we have to thank the person. Then extempore. The advantages of extempore is it has got enough time for research, and then audience perceives us based on our delivery. Audience perceives us as knowledgeable and confident. Then is like we have to we have to go for a ratification, रट लिया और उसको प्रेजेंट कर दिया. So this gives the audience, the speaker, to maintain eye contact with audience, right, and a free movement on the stage. And then one of them is manuscript. Manuscript मतलब exact repetition of written words जो हम लोग cite करते हैं, recite करते हैं पढ़ करके, right? So that is manuscript. Nuances of delivery. So there are 4 steps. First, we have to introduce a topic, and in that introduction, we have to give a very brief point of view of whatever we are saying, right? That will take the audience with us. Then roadmap. We have to show the audience what we want to achieve in the end of the whole thing. Then oral presentation. Oral presentation is the delivery, right? And a review is the conclusion. Why we need conclusion? It is one of the most important parts of any delivery, right? Because the audience tends to remember the last part of the whole speech, right? So we have to go for conclusion very precisely. Thank you so much. Hope you have enjoyed this session.